welcome to Practical Affinity. My name's Jeff. If you like what you see today, please hit the like and subscribe buttons below. It would really help me grow this channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I made my YouTube banner page and my profile picture using Affinity Designer. To start with, let's open up a new document, File, New. And I've already got a preset template. If you want to know how to set up a template, you can go to a previous video that I'll link in the description below. Essentially though, I'm going to hit this YouTube banner template and I'm going to hit create. So the first thing I want to do is to put a textured background, is the way I'd like to look at it, over the largest portion of the screen. This is what you'd see on a TV. In the middle, you will see what you would see on a desktop or laptop. And in the center, I've got a guide here for what you would see on a mobile phone. When you're making a banner, you want to keep the majority of what you want to see in this center section. You want people to see your content no matter what device they're on, if it's a mobile phone or if it's a desktop or a TV. So my center point will have most of the text that I want to put on there. The background, sides, and everything will just kind of be fill. I'm not going to put a lot in there because I want everybody to see the same thing on my channel. So for the TV portion of this, I'm going to just fill it in with a texture that I've created already in a file. I'm going to hit File and then Place to bring in this texture. And then I'm going to go to my texture file. I'm going to click on the white cotton, open it up. From there, I'm just going to drag it from the corner. And drag it from the corner and drag it across the screen. Get it all the way to the side. There. Now you see it goes more than my screen size, so I'm going to hit the crop button. And I'm going to drag this up so it fits my screen nicely. You saw it snap into place. If you don't have your snapping tool set up for some projects, I really recommend this because it will just help you snap things right into place. Okay, now I still want to see the guides. So I'm going to move this back. I'm going to double click. No, I'm going to move this back, go onto layers, and then I'm just going to drag this down to the bottom. And you'll see that I still have my layers in here. Eventually, I'll just delete these. So I'm going to focus on my middle portion, which I want to be kind of a rectangle with rounded edges. So you see over here on the left, I have a rectangle tool, a rounded rectangle tool. I'm going to grab that, click on it, and I'm going to drag a little rectangle right here in the middle. Now I know I'll be able to see this on everything because it's snapped right into my mobile screen dimensions in the middle. However, you see that it's still clear. You're still seeing the paper behind it. So I'm going to fill this with a nice gray by clicking on, first I'm going to remove the opacity. It's white, and I'm going to set this to a nice gray color. Next, I'm going to give this a little dimension. I'm going to click on the quick effects, hit the 3D, and then drag this little radius slider here until I get it to where I like it. So drag it out just a little bit. You see just a little bit of white around the edges, little shadows in there, and now you can tell that that is a 3D effect. I'm not going to really do much with these outsides. As I said, I kind of want to keep those minimal. So I'm going to hit the tool. I'm going to get rid of these by clicking on the select tool, just deleting these two outlines and get rid of my guides. Oops. Okay, got my guide. Now that we have my guide, I'm going to add a little bit more here. I have a little colorful combination of the Affinity design logos that I'm going to put on the corner just to let everybody know that I like to work with Affinity, the whole Affinity suite. So I'm going to insert another picture in here. I'm going to go to File, Place, and I'm going to go to my finished project. I'm going to put in this PA logo mask. That's just what I saved it at the time. And I'm going to hit open, and then I'm going to, you see this little cursor here. Whenever I hit place, I get this little cursor marker that I can drag it and put in my little design. And that looks about the right size how I want to see it. Click off it real quick to see how it looks. Now I'm going to want it centered, so right on that center line right there. Okay, so I really enjoy this 3D effect on some of my things, and I want to make that consistent. So I'm just going to click on over here on the right, this quick effects tool. It's in the third tab over, and I'm going to pull the radius just a little bit so you can see those shadows kind of growing on it. Okay, so I got that. Now I'm going to put a little bit of text in here just to let everybody know what I do. So first I'm going to get in the artistic text tool. If you see on the left over here, this has this little grab bar. You can either go the artistic text tool or the frame text tool. I'm going to go with the artistic text tool. And I'm going to put some words in here. Design. Edit. Publish. I'll make these about the right. Okay, that's what I want it to say. I'm going to, let's see, make this a different font. I'm going to go to, let's see, I got one I like here called Opticio. M-N-N-O. Optificio, I don't even know how to say it, but that's where it is. Grab that, make it about the right size here, and then I am going to make that bold. Select it all, make it bold, and grab it a little bit more. And okay, that's about the size I want it. Design, edit, publish. So those are the things that I like to do. Now to make this stand out a little bit more, I'm going to put a little gradient on it, gradient overlay. And I am going, color overlay. I'm going to put a gradient overlay. And you see this changed the text to a gradient, but I don't want that gradient. I'm going to make my own gradient. If you click on this little tool on the right, it looks kind of like a gearbox here. I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to make this change the colors here. So I'm going to use the colors that are in Affinity. I'm going to make this from kind of a blue to a purple to an orange. So I'm going to hit color. I'm going to grab this little node here, hit the color. Now that I got the gradient selected, I'm going to hit this little gearbox tool here that lets me do things. I'm going to hit the gradient box there. I'm going to hit this node, and you see it's black. I'm going to change this to a deep blue. Just kind of a deep blue color like that. And then I'm going to add a new node into the middle. I'm going to insert one, and this node is going to be kind of a burnt orange color. Actually, I'm going to make this more like a purple color for Affinity Photo. So I'm going to make this kind of dark purple, and then on the right I'm going to make this one kind of a burnt orange color, which is more like publish. Okay, there we go. Now that I got my text with the gradient on it, I'm going to make that 3D as well. I hit the 3D tool right there. I'm going to slide it to the right a little bit so I got it just the way I want it. Okay, great. Now I'm going to do a little bit more text. I'm going to be using a different font, so I'm going to grab this and I'm going to, okay, I'm going to make some more words under here. I'm going to say practical applications for Affinity Suite. So I'm going to start with a nice dark gray. Practical applications for Affinity Suite. I'm going to make that centered. I'm going to drag it down a little bit more. Grab the select tool, put it where I want it. That might be a little dark. It actually looks good. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to highlight it, I'm going to go back to the effects tool and I'm going to click 3D and I'm going to make that pop a little bit. And so there you go. There's my banner for my YouTube page. I'm going to hit File, Save, File, Export, and I'm going to export this to my folder. Okay, so now that I got that, I'm going to now make my profile picture. This is a fun one. I'm going to hit New, go to the templates, go to my YouTube profile picture template, create that. You see I've got an 800 by 800 box here. The only specs here is that it should be no more than 4 megabits. So this should work fine. I'm going to hit the circle. I'm going to stretch that out a little bit, make a nice circle. I'm going to hit Shift and drag it. And then I'm going to get a nice circle here for my profile picture. It's got a clear background, and so it'll show up as a nice circle here. I'm going to hit the color. I'm going to fill. I'm going to try to do the same color that I had done for my original design. I remember I wrote that down. Actually, it was C7, C7, C7. If you want to put that hex code right there, you can, the HSL code, you could put it right in there. If you remember a particular color, you can just write it in. So I'm going to do that, hit enter, and then I'm going to hit 3D, drag this out a little bit more to give it a little more life, and there you go. It's a nice 3D looking circle. So I'm going to make my profile picture just my initials of my channel, which is Practical Affinity, and I'm going to use that same text that I used as part of my banner. So I'm going to go grab the artistic text tool. I'm going to put a P and an A. I'm going to highlight this and I'm going to change this to the text I used earlier. Let's go down here, Elemento Artificio, click on that. So now you see I've got the PA. What I want these to do, I want them to become an actual shape instead of being a font. So at this point, I'm going to click on this and I'm going to hit Convert to Curves. Sometimes you don't see that up here on the top. If you ever need it, just go to Layer and hit Convert to Curves. And what you'll see is that this has now become a picture with lots of little nodes on it. So I'm going to grab the right hand side and I'm going to drag this over so that they overlap like this. And then I'm going to add them together using this little Boolean operation to add right there. I'm going to size this, hit Shift. If I hit Shift and then drag it, it'll come in the exact same proportions. And you see a nice PA there, kind of looks like eyeglasses. After that, I want to put a little bit of color and life in it. So I'm going to I'm going to do an overlay here where I'm going to insert a pattern into this shape, this PA shape. So I'm going to go to File, Place. I'm going to find my overlay, which is, I call it my PA logo mask. I'm going to put this in here. I made this little picture that is kind of a combination. You got it? I showed you this before. I'm going to put that right in the center. I'm going to hide this for a second, make sure everything else I have is centered. The circle is centered. Now that's centered. And then I'm going to click back on this to show you this mask here. And now I am going to drag this down one so that the lettering is above the masks. And I'm going to double click on that. And then I'm going to say mask to below. And there you go. The design is now in the text shape there. I'm going to wiggle this around a little bit till I like it. Let's see, somewhere about there. And then I'm going to hit the effects I know this is selected. I'm going to hit the 3D effect once again, and I'm going to try it. Click it again. Sometimes it doesn't work. I'm going to click the 3D. You can see already that the shape is a 3D kind of shape, got those lighting patterns on it, and I'm going to just drag it over a little bit till it looks the way I want it to look. And there you go. I have my profile picture. I'm going to hit save, save as, PA profile pic, and I'm going to save that into my finished designs. And now I'm going to go to YouTube and I'm going to show you my YouTube page here real quick. And if you want to upload these into your YouTube channel, just go to Customize Channel, go to Branding, and you'll see that I already have uploaded mine, but if you want to change it, put a new one in there, just hit the Change, and I'll put this is the original one I did, I'll just put that in there so it's exactly the same. Hit Done, and then you'll see this little Publish button. I'm going to hit the Publish. And you see the changes have been published. So I'm going to go to my channel, and there you go. If this doesn't show up exactly with your new designs on it, then just wait a little bit and go back and try it again. It just takes a little bit of time. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. If you like today's content, please hit the subscribe and like button. It would really help us grow this channel. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.